I hate to be the one that said, I told you so. But with a tear in my eye and a smile in my heart, I welcome you to the Telly Award-winning Rider Real Time. We have, as always, a lot to talk about. And we're going to start right with big news that hit the music industry yesterday afternoon. Miss Rihanna has officially broken Beyoncé's record for having the most top 10 hits of the entire new millennium. And as everybody knows here on Real Time, she's a big friend of the show, and I'm a big fan of hers. And we're going to do another new feature here on Rider Real Time entitled The Top 5. And this week's theme is going to be the top 5 Rihanna songs. But before we get to that, just to give you a little heads up on what's coming up on this show, we have the return of the Most Fascinating People at Rider series. Also, we're having a very special guest star with Nicole Halpin telling us a little bit about what's going on Rider's campus event-wise for this upcoming semester. And also another brand new feature spotlighting some musical acts from throughout the campus. This week's guest will be Jaime, Mapou, our very own director here at Real Time, singing a very special song for you. But back to Rihanna. I'm really happy that her new CD, Rated R, has finally taken off. It started off a little lackluster with sales. It was expected to debut at #1. That didn't happen. Instead, it debuted at #4 behind the new Lady Gaga CD, amongst others. But Rude Boy has brought the entire train back on track. And Miss Rihanna, welcome back. I know I've spoken in hyperbole sometimes here on Real Time, but take my word for it. I believe at this point in her career, Rihanna is better than Madonna was at this exact moment in her career. So I really do think she's that good. But the top 5 Rihanna songs of all time that I'm going to tell you to download this week. Number 5, let's do a little bit of a countdown. Disturbia. Now, I think Disturbia is more loved by fans and casual listeners than for me personally, but it's a great dance song. It didn't age all that well for me personally, but I think it was a song that really helped Rihanna break out from just being a couple hit wonder to being a real super megastar. Number 4, I'm going to tell you that SOS is Rescue Me is probably one of the greatest Rihanna songs of all time, and I think to me made her career. Before that, she had Pond to Replay and If It's Lovin' That You Want, but SOS was the song that made her a star. Number 3, Please Don't Stop the Music. That's an instant classic, and I think a song that really put Rihanna on the map. I remember exactly where I was the first time I heard this song. I was driving around campus. I was still a student here, and I was in my old little red 1998 Dodge Avenger. And I bought the CD and went through the couple songs, and I remember this song came on, and I went, wow, this is a song that is so dancey, so catchy, it'll never break big in America. About a year later, she finally released it, and it was an awesome, awesome song, especially when she sampled Michael Jackson and made the Wanna Be Startin' Something sample huge before everybody else in the country and the world really was reintroduced to Michael's music. That was awesome. Number 2, I will recommend downloading, legally of course, Russian Roulette, which I think is the live to tell of this generation. Is a song that's a little bit more serious than anything else you hear on radio, but still, notwithstanding my favorite song from the new album, Rated R, but her greatest song, of course, is Umbrella. It is a monstrous single and a great song. So Miss Rihanna, this week on Real Time, we welcome you back, and congratulations for an absolutely awesome career. We're glad to have you. You know, I get into a debate a lot of times about who's better, and it seems like the tide has turned against some of my favorites, and Miss Lady Gaga is where it's at. Well, Lady Gaga this week announced that her new single is going to be, and keep in mind this is then be her summer single, and she's had the songs of the summer for the past 2 years with Just Dance and Love Game respectively. But she's going with Alejandra from her new album, Alejandro, I should say. I made it a female version. Gaga, I don't know what you're doing to me. I really think you should have gone with Monster. I think it's a huge single for you, would be one. But overall, that's what Lady Gaga's going. I think Lady Gaga's big contribution right now, though, her music's awesome, and I think she's a really intelligent woman. She's done some really articulate interviews for Oprah and Barbara Walters recently. but I actually think her major contribution lies in the fashion industry and what she's bringing out with us. One thing I will say, Lady Gaga, is you're making stars happen again, and for that, you're all right in my book. But also this week, sticking with music and sticking with female singers, Jennifer Lopez was actually dropped from her record label. Now, she's saying it was an amicable split. I'm saying, J-Lo, what are you doing? A couple songs from her new album leaked. One was released officially as a single. It was called Louboutins, and she performed it on So You Think You Can Dance, and she fell, as everyone remembers, on the American Music Awards. But I thought it was an okay song. It didn't really scream superstar material to me. Actually, I think it was a little bit beneath her, but it was a fun, catchy dance song nonetheless. And then, little by little, a couple songs began to leak, like Everybody's Girl, which was going to be the European single. I guess the confidence level in her just fell, and she has this new album done and completed. It's called Love, ? Well, I think the story is Career, ? Jennifer Lopez hasn't been doing so well with movies or music anymore, and she's a woman of a certain age at this point. I want her to get back on track. I want to hear this CD, see what she's got going on. Many people always said that she was the Paula Abdul of our generation, not like crazy, wacky Paula Abdul falling asleep on the American Idol set, sipping her Coca-Cola. But I think when people say she was Paula Abdul, she had limited singing capabilities and more so of a dancer than anything. Well, J-Lo, bring it back or bring it home. That's kind of what I'm thinking about that. But we mentioned So You Think You Can Dance with Jennifer Lopez. Well, Dancing with the Stars actually announced its new cast this week. Now, there's a lot of, how Dancing with the Stars is. There's a lot of these fall-off people who you never thought you'd hear from again, and also some people you just don't really know who are stars to round out the cast. Well, they don't want to put too many celebrities, like the big celebrities, on each season to water it down. They want to save them and spread them out throughout the years. But this week, we're getting a good one. This year, I should say. Dancing with the Stars went big in that we're getting Buzz Aldrin, that poor old man who landed on the moon, is now landing on ABC. You should have stuck with the moon. I don't want you to harm your legacy, Buzz, but it's fun and I can respect it. You can't hate it, the game. Pamela Anderson will be on there. Pam, welcome back, but Nicole Egert's actually on not the Celebrity Fit Club. That's what it is. And they were both the Baywatch girls from the early 90s. I always preferred Nicole Egert. I think I really liked her on Charles in Charge. Pamela, I don't know. Just it's okay to sit down every once in a while. And Nicole Scherzinger, who is the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls, which all the members just recently quit, so she is probably the only Pussycat Dolls before they find some replacements. Nicole attempted to have a music career, and it just wasn't happening. So for her, Nicole, I think this is a good opportunity for America to actually be introduced to your personality, but I think this is make or break for you, because you could either go the way of, say, I don't even know,